So, first off, I just wanted to just say how excited are you? The fact that your son's back in the ring and
It's a little soon for Mom, but it's okay. I'm excited for Jake because he loves it. He wants to be back in the ring, wants to prove himself, and he's going to get it done.
Now, originally when I first met you, we talked about the Woodley fight, and you were saying that this is going to be his toughest fight up to date. Seeing that after he performed and beat Woodley, do you feel a lot more comfortable and confident that in this rematch and the first fight when it was first announced a long time ago?
I don't know if I would say I feel more comfortable because fighting is fighting. Any boxing match can go one way or the other. I feel that Jake has grown exponentially, learning from that last fight. That last fight was a learning experience for him. We all knew it was going to be. We figured it would go pretty far into the match, so the fact that it went 8 rounds, I mean, it was just really, really good experience for Jake. He'd never done that before. I mean, sparring is one thing, but, getting in there and being home at Cleveland with a sold-out stadium and lots of pressure, and he still got it done, it was amazing. But this fight, again, it's also different. Tyron's different. He learned a lot, Jake learned a lot, and it's just going to be put to the test.
And just recapping back in Cleveland, like looking at the arena being completely sold out practically to the roof, seeing all the people, LeBron James, talking about I wish I was there, just getting all that notoriety back at Cleveland.
It was crazy. I was so proud of Jake. He did it. He did it himself with his company and his people and team, and kudos to all of them. It was really amazing.
And seeing that Jake was originally supposed to fight Tommy Fury, was there any disappointment seeing that, there was some sort of criticism saying that he went from fighting an MMA fighter to fighting someone who on record is considered a boxer?
Yeah. In the beginning it was, when I first learned from a friend of mine, shout out Megan, I didn't know. I was early morning, I didn't watch Instagram yet, I'm busy doing whatever, and my friend texts me and says, why is Jake fighting Woodley? What happened to Fury? And I was like, no, it must be a typo. She's like, no, it's on Jake's Instagram. I'm like, what? So I was like, just the change and going back, and I, really didn't want him to fight Tyron again. That was kind of like in the past, and in my opinion. And
why was
proof Tyron didn't do what he was supposed to do. So, this is a privilege for him to get this rematch. He was supposed to get that tattoo that night, and I want to make it very, very clear to the public that tattoo artist went to his locker room and they kicked her out. So Tyron saying that he sat around waiting for that to happen, that is BS, big time. That tattoo artist stood right next to me, and she was very upset and very mad that they wouldn't let her tattoo Tyron, and she said, he was rude to her. So, whatever his reasons were, that's his thing, but don't go out there saying that, making all this stuff up. And then you waited a month. So this is a privilege for Tyron. Good for him. It's great. There is questions, right? Leave no doubt. So we're gonna do it.
And not overlooking the opponent, Tyron, because he's obviously a very tough fighter, and there's a lot of great highlights throughout the fight.
Sure.
Your son spoke of maybe potentially fighting like a Nate Diaz in the future, and Nate Diaz is here. Not sure, if he's gonna come cross and paths with Jake, but is that something that you and your son have talked? Has he vocalized that?
No, he's said his name a bunch of times, but I don't know who Nate Diaz is.
Oh, okay.
I never followed the fight game before this, other than, Mike Tyson. So I just know there's a lot of crappy talk back and forth, and again, that's what boxing's about, I guess. So I just stay focused probably, as much as I can on what's happening now.
And then just my last, couple questions. I appreciate the time as always.
Yep.
You mentioned the name Mike Tyson, which happens to be mentioned a lot with your other son, Logan.
Sure.
And how true are those rumors or talks? It's like, I think Kemster was on Twitter talking about there's a possibility of that going down, and does that give you nerves hearing that maybe your son might be...
Yeah, it would, but I don't know. I don't really see it going down. I think I don't know. I guess it could. Anything's possible. I never would have thought Logan would fight...
Mayweather.
Yeah, whatever his name is. But, who's also out there lying, saying that it wasn't a real fight, which is also BS.
Really?
But, if people have to lie to make themselves feel better, that's fine. having said that, love Mike Tyson. You know, it would be an exhibition. Maybe it is scary. Mike's a beast, and you know, has a very powerful punch. I don't care how old he is, but I don't know. I don't know if it's really.
Did you ever like talk to your son? Like, you know, I grew up watching Mike, so I don't know.
His dad has.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was he?
Yeah, his dad was like, oh, I don't know. I'd be kind of nervous about that fight. You know, it'd be kind of cool because he was. You know, we watched him fight, and but I don't know.
Mike speaks highly of the Suns, you know, just he likes them.
We
how
love
cool
him.
how cool is that?
Yeah, he called Logan on the phone, and I got to say hi to him. So
oh, really?
It's all good.
And he just said nice things and spoke and proud of each other.
It was all good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate the time as always.
Of course.
I'm excited for the fight coming up this Saturday. So
go, Jake.
I wish you guys the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.